Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Muhammad Agung Rahmatullah. I will explain and review the case study, the topic regarding to the trolley dodger. This case is the auditing fraud from the trolley dodger. Okay, the summary for this case. Walter Melly owned a baseball club called the Dodger, which was a successful franchise. His success in this field cannot be separated from the expert who helped him, one of whom was Edward Campos, an accountant who managed the payroll department at Dodger. He established a payroll system that only he himself knew fully about the system. With the work ethic and cooperation that has been established with Campos, Dodger really trusts him to manage Dodger's financial system. However, Dodger's trust was misused. Campos carried out a fraud scam on the employee payroll system by inflating the number of employee hours. This fraud reported by the Dodger's controller. To carry out these fraudulent actions, Campos also collaborated with management parties, such as ticket keepers, security, and receptionists. And after an investigation, the state court sentenced Campos to 8 years in prison and compensated Dodger for $103,002. Okay, for this case, the questions are: the first, identify the key audit objectives for a payroll function, and comment on objectives related to the test of controls and substantive audit procedures. The second, what internal control weaknesses were evident in the Dodger's payroll system? And the third question is, identify audit procedures that might have led to the discovery of the fraudulent scam masterminded by Campos. So, in the first question, the key audit objectives for client's payroll function in this case. The first, occurrence. Dodger should establish whether employee worker. The second, completeness. Dodgers make sure hours are recorded in the system. And then the third, accuracy. Dodgers should make sure hours worked and salary paid are correct. Next, posting and summarization. Dodgers should compare a payroll master with general ledger. Next, classification. Dodgers should establish the identifier for its employee and correct pay rate. And the last is timing. Dodgers should verify whether a payroll was issued efficiently. If Dodger maintains the 6 audit objectives in this payroll function, for the Dodger internal control system will maintenance better from before. And next, for test of control consists of make sure that employees work by compare payroll with worked hours and salary paid. Employees should have correct withholding taxes taken out and paid at the appointed time without error. Strong internal control require that the adding and taking away of names from the company payroll as well as pay rate change. And reclassification of employees be witnessed in writing by an executive in the human resource department and by management of the department concerned. And for substantial controls are to test accuracy of the books. This test consists of statement of cash flow prepared from other analysis to financial statements balances. To question 2, the weakness of internal control in Dodger payroll system. The first is design of internal control. Campos, the operation payroll chief, have designed the internal control by himself and implemented a new payroll system that only can he fully understand by him. As we know, the purpose of design the internal control is to prevent, detect material misstatement in financial statement. Due to this case, Campos can easily commit fraud because there are no other people that can understand the design of internal control. So the first should be the weakness of Ledger. Weakness is the design of internal control. They should maintain the payroll system function to the stakeholder know how the payroll system is designed. And the next, the weakness from Ledger payroll system is no independence check and performance. Campos control the system so completely that he personally filled out the weekly payroll card for each of the 400 employees. He can record any fraudulent statement because there is no evidence that so whether the record is reliable or not. So this should be cross-checked to should be repaired from the Dodger payroll system because Campos only one person who can input the amount of payroll expenses. The third is no separation of duties. Campos took advantage of this authorization because he was the trusted employee who got trusted 2 months from Dodgers. When he was on vacation, he came back and did the payroll. There is no separation of the custody of assets from accounting. A person who was temporary or permanent custody of an asset should not account for the assets. This is because by allowing one person to perform both functions increases the risk that person disposing of the asset for personal gain, and also adjusting the records to cover up the theft. As we can see in this case, Campos was the only one who was responsible for every task in financial. So if for the Dodgers company, if they maintenance this third weakness of their internal control, they will be better than before. And the last question, the audit procedures that might have led to discovery of the fraudulent scam mastermind by Campos, the auditor should first examine payroll checks. The second, auditor should verify existence of employees. And the third, auditor should verify pay rates with employees' contract. Next, auditor should verify our work on the timesheet with hours paid and salary. And last, auditor should compare pay rates with league average. These five items should auditors have led the knowledge by to check the mastermind by Campos. So there is the case study, the review of the Trolley Dodger case. I hope you understand, and this review helped you to understand the case Trolley Dodger. I'm Akur Rahmatullah. Thank you for your attention. And also goodbye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.